Shizuka Guzan wasn't just a dancer. She was a walking scandal in silk ropes. In a world where women were supposed to be quiet and obedient, she stood before the most powerful man in Japan and publicly humiliated him, and somehow, she lived to tell the tale. So, let's set the scene. Shizuka was the lover of Minamoto no Yoshitsune, the golden boy of the Jinpei War, the younger half-brother of Minamoto no Yoritamo, Japan's first shogun. Now, Yoritamo wasn't exactly thrilled about Yoshitsune's rising popularity. In fact, he was so paranoid and insecure that he labeled his own brother a traitor and sent forces to hunt him down. Yoshitsune fled, but things didn't go so well for Shizuka. She was captured and dragged before Yoritamo's court, a political pawn in a family feud. And here's where things get juicy. According to legend, Yoritamo had a thing for her. Whether it was admiration, obsession, or just his massive ego at play, he allegedly wanted Shizuka for himself. But did she swoon over his power and wealth? Absolutely not. Instead, she did something no one expected. She performed a dance before his court, singing a poem that openly declared her love for Yoshitsune and threw some serious shade at Yoritamo. Imagine the room going dead silent. Gasps, side eyes, some poor samurai probably choking on his sake. This was the most powerful man in Japan, a guy known for ruthlessly eliminating threats, and Shizuka just dragged him in verse in front of his entire court. If Yoritamo had any sense of humor, it probably died on the spot. Now, here's where the tale takes a bizarre turn. Instead of executing her, he let her go. Some say he was too impressed by her loyalty to Yoshitsune to punish her. Others whisper that his wife, Hojo Masako, intervened, and oh boy, Masako was a force. She was the power behind the throne, the woman who practically ran the Kamakura shogunate while Yoritamo was busy chasing women and consolidating power. Rumor has it, Masako was so fed up with her husband's never-ending affairs that she actually respected Shizuka for standing her ground and ensured she was spared. Was it admiration? Or just a well-timed move to spite Yoritamo? We'll never know, but one thing's certain, Masako wasn't the type to sit quietly while her husband lusted after another woman. And then, there's the dark twist. Shizuka was pregnant with Yoshitsune's child at the time, and Yoritamo wasn't about to let his traitor of a brother's bloodline survive, especially if it was a boy. By the late Heian period transitioning into the Kamakura period, daughters of defeated rivals were rarely seen as threats. If she had given birth to a girl, the child might have been spared, possibly sent to a Buddhist convent or married off for political gain. But a son? That was a different story. A boy carried the potential to grow up and seek revenge, making him a dangerous loose end in Yoritamo's power game. As the story goes, when Shizuka gave birth to a boy, he was taken and killed, leaving her to vanish from history in heartbreak and sorrow. But despite this tragic ending, her defiance cemented her legend. A woman in a man's world, standing before a tyrant and choosing love over power, and shaming the most feared man in Japan while doing it. Cheers to Shizuka Guzan, the dancer who shamed a shogun and got away with it.